These two Russians playing for the French Open Ladies Championship. And for the first 5 games, it has been Anastasia Myskina, a steadier player. She has a 4-1 lead as Dementieva serves.
I bet you when Hingis is watching this match, she's wishing she was back playing.
John, you don't know how right that is.
I've talked to her a couple times, and she's pretty much said that very thing. She's also challenged me to play on the court as well. Wants a rematch from our Australian Open encounter. She's still playing. So.
You know, she's had bad ankles, and that's something that's kept her away. And also, she was getting pummeled by all the power of women's tennis.
Well, that's the point you made last weekend, Mary. That you think that really discouraged her?
It really did. It really did, because you know, back in the day when she ruled tennis, when Chrissy Martina, Graf and Celis, what separated the top from everyone else was so mental. So much of it is physical.
Well, Myskina wouldn't blow her off the court.
No, Myskina wouldn't blow her off the court.
She could do her number on her.
And the fact is that when they talk about Dementieva, says that when they played as kids, if they were playing for pizzas or something, Myskina always won.
Dementieva's about
I'm talking about Hingis.
Set. Yeah.
There's Martina Hingis calling this. I'll tell you, I've known her ever since she started playing. And Arantxa Sanchez Vicario is also a tennis commentator now. They have never, in all of the years I've known them, they've never asked me one question. I've asked them hundreds. Now, after these matches, they come up to me. What do you say about a match like that? Now, all of a sudden, I got some wisdom. What did you say? How do you explain it?
Well, Myskina poised now to take this first set of the Ladies' Championship. And for more on today's final, and a look at what caused Jennifer Capriati to come up short in her bid for a 4th major, check out Bud Collins' analysis. That's all at NBCSports.com. As Myskina serves for the first set, that's another player I can't help but think is, if she's watching today, has got to be watching with some serious frustration.
Jennifer's problem dated back to that really tough loss she had against Henin at the U.S. Open. Just mentally, for the next 6 months, she just had trouble even getting out there in the court. Her conditioning slipped.
Her back got bad.
Well, that's what happens when you get out of condition. You try to come back, and then she's had to work hard just to get herself fit enough to play and well enough to have a reasonable run. Shouldn't have let that ball drop so low and then try to swing at that volley.
It's her 23rd unforced error of one set. That's almost a set. A set is 24 points.
Say, Mary, I think we've seen this play a couple of times earlier this week. Myskina just keeping things in play.
Exactly.
The opponent knocking herself out.
Welcome to clay court tennis. The nerves have gotten the best of her so far, Dementieva. There's no doubt about that.
And there is that garish total for Dementieva. Myskina will have 2 set points. Coach Jens Gerlach.
Chris went in the set.
And he hasn't always been a great coach. Well, he's smart right now. Myskina's 1 set towards the championship.
BNP Paribas, sponsoring tennis, every kind of tennis.
Is that cool or what? I know. It's incredible.
The 450 horsepower Porsche Cayenne Turbo. There is no substitute.
Greatest moments of the French Open presented by BNP Paribas. The only Argentine to capture the singles title at Roland Garros, Hall of Famer Guillermo Vilas in 1977. He made the finals here 4 times, but on this occasion defeated American Brian Gottfried to win the singles title. Well, Vilas will be here tomorrow to watch another Argentine be crowned champion. We'll be with you live again at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. Guillermo Coria considered even coming into this event as the favorite. And Gaston Gaudio, not supposed to be in the final, has played beautifully to get there. And we have taken Elena Dementieva.
Good
has taken
time.
a bathroom
Interesting
break.
timing for that.
And hopefully she will not see that. Because that won't help her in her bathroom break. You know, something that's, I think, of note in the women's game as a result of the events of this week, the new rankings, when they come out tomorrow, or Monday actually, Serena Williams will be out of the top 10 for the first time in almost 5 years.
Yeah.
Now,
well, that's what happens when you don't play for 9 months. But still, it's pretty amazing that that's taken place.
And of course,
what's her new ranking?
We don't know exactly what it will be. Venus will be 8th, and Serena I'm told, will be out of the top 10. But that does, that gets into a business angle, because aren't many of the endorsement contracts triggered with top 10 clauses?
Not only that, but Serena Williams, who signed a huge contract.
I wouldn't know anymore, Ted.
Serena, her contract is based on performance. She's got to play.
Right.
To make the money, absolutely. By the way, Dementieva is getting back on the court, and she's obviously suffering terribly from nerves. Anastasia Myskina, the night before she played Capriati and beat her in the semis, didn't eat at all, didn't eat the next day, was up till 2 in the morning playing cards because she was so nervous.
Before the semis?
Before the semis. She's eaten since then, we're happy to report.
Yes.
But, I mean, these two, honestly, they have to, if Dementieva, first and foremost, has to get out of her own way and then try to beat Myskina. And she's got to know that, this is not an easy situation for Anastasia Myskina either.
And the crowd trying to get behind her, hoping to see a competitive match. And we all hope that she can pull herself together here.
Deuxièmement, jeu service. Mademoiselle Dementieva.
Still very pinched looking, isn't it?
0-15.
And this serve of hers is, well, what can you say?
She hasn't won a whole lot of second serves. 0%. The whole set. That's probably her first in the final.
Now, Anastasia Myskina got to the quarterfinals of the year's first major, the Australian Open, and then played Kim Clijsters there and terribly, woefully underperformed. And she said afterwards, I just wasn't ready to win that match. And it's just been different here at this major. She's exotic looking, isn't she? Her dad's mom was of Asian heritage, and he was a soccer player. And then he became a policeman, and as her tennis got better, he got involved in training her, realizing that she could be the real breadwinner of the family, and then it got very tough for her emotionally. moves, and a nice move there from Dementieva to get behind Myskina. Something positive that might help her work her way into this match.
This court's pretty dry out there, so you'll see some slipping and sliding. It's a good move here on the surface.
But then she follows it up with that. And Myskina, about a couple of years ago, a couple of springs ago, her dad realized that he wasn't really helping her cause by being her coach, and that's when she got Jens Gerlach, and she felt so liberated by the change that she started playing much better.
There. And that was break point. That's got to feel awfully good right now because things have gone very poorly so far. That's a higher percentage play. Go cross court. The net's lower there, so she's got to start thinking that way.
And that's the two best shots she's hit in this game have both been that, John.
No doubt.
Cross court forehand.
It's a higher percentage. Get rid of those nerves somehow. Although Myskina is going to have to take a look. Maybe not. She's got a mark that she claims was clearly out. Who are you kidding? I wouldn't have missed that ball by that much. And it is called out.
Yep. And confirmed there by HP Hawkeye. Dementieva doesn't like it.
It did appear from this side, we're on Dementieva's side, that it skidded a bit. But lo and behold, it's break point again. Dementieva still looking to hold serve for the first time. Doesn't want to hit a lot of second serves. She hit it right back to her. Didn't have to move at all, Myskina, to get that break.
So the second set begins with Myskina breaking.
Premier jeu, deuxième manche.
As you've been seeing throughout our coverage of Roland Garros, great views of the court come from the HP Hawkeye. HP services and technology help companies face, manage, and love change. We'll have the HP Hawkeye technology with us when our coverage at Wimbledon begins 3 weekends from now.
Well, it's too late now for Dementieva. I thought she was going to look at that serve, which was very close to going out. You've got to stop the point right as that before the next ball is struck, or else you're not going to get a chance from the mark. The only thing you can do is try to hit a return and then look. Question the old days, Ted, which was must say a pretty good rule, but sometimes frustrating. You could play 20, 30 shot rally, lose the point, then go look for the mark. And if they called it, then the point played over.
We had a first day or two, was it, of this Roland Garros? Andy Roddick and Todd Martin had that disagreement on court over that etiquette.
Floats a little long. Myskina's throwing the kitchen sink at Dementieva. Those slice forehands. Maybe a good game plan with coach Jens Gerlach.
He's actually had a pretty quiet day so far because it's been going well for Myskina, but normally she gives him the business. The two were romantically involved for a while.
That was the first problem.
They no longer are. But boy, she will get, she's wound up pretty tight. When things go badly, she starts screaming at him, and he gives her an impassive look back, and that drives her even crazier.
The ball looked just wide. Game to Myskina.
Myskina mène par 2-0.
Well, this weekend, it's the drive to Arena Bowl 18, the AFL playoffs. Kicking off on NBC today at 2:30 Eastern. Defending champ Tampa Bay plays San Jose. And then tomorrow, 3 Eastern, most of you seeing Orlando against Chicago. Others see Los Angeles at Arizona or Colorado against New Orleans. Check your local listings for tomorrow's AFL playoff game in your area on NBC. Now, Mary, I've not heard this about a player before. Myskina says that she wants the coach to be more demonstrative to help her.
Right.
She feels like she's too nice sometimes.
She wants a little feedback from the guy.
And during, I guess it was a match at the Australian this year when she was playing Chanda Rubin.
Oh, man. I was at that one.
Right. And then Myskina got upset at him for not giving her enough fire from the stands.
She's not looking for coaching. She's just looking for a little something like, come on, or get going, and he doesn't want to do that. But she'll tell him she wants more. But then the other day, she was heard telling him to shut up.
Yeah, something tells me that he started getting more demonstrative. She said, "Why are you so demonstrative?"
As she says, we have a unique relationship.
Well, as you said, no need for Myskina today. She's not showing any signs of nerves. And right now, there's not a thing Leo Levin can do to make Dementieva look good. No matter how hard Leo tries.
Well, she's in danger of holding here, 35. So Myskina is certainly not a big server. So she's not, believe it or not, she's not out of this match yet. Not on this surface. She's missed 3 pretty easy forehands to give Dementieva a chance to get on the board finally. After winning the first game and breaking, she's dumped 8 straight. The crowd is really pulling for it. It's going to irritate Myskina.
It's not good news for Jens either.
She picked the right time to try that shot. She's in control of the point. She's inside the service line here. I mean the baseline. She's got Dementieva off balance. Still a point to hold serve.
There's finally a hold for Dementieva.
This Sunday, a summer bonus, an all-new Crossing Jordan. Finally, the truth is revealed.
They killed our mother.
All new NBC Sunday.
Catch the best action in women's tennis at the 2004 Acura Classic. Top players from around the world are coming to San Diego. Serena Williams, Venus Williams, Justine Anna Arden, Kim Clijsters, Lindsay Davenport, Jennifer Capriati, Maria Sharapova, and more will compete for the title at the La Costa Resort and Spa, July 24th through August 1st. For ticket information, call 760-438-5683 or Ticketmaster now.
Secchi's. Sooner or later, you'll get it.
San Diego to Athens on NBC 739.
Our live coverage continues from Paris of the French Open Women's Championship. Anastasia Myskina at the top of your screen. Just having already beaten Venus Williams, and Jennifer Capriati showing no outward sign of the nerves that she has fought off the court. Very composed, very steady today. There's Prince Albert from Monaco.
My doubles partners. The seniors event we play every year.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we're undefeated. You may imagine why. You know, playing in Monte Carlo.
Tennis capital of the world, Monte
Not
Carlo,
permitted to lose.
Former president of the Soviet Union, Boris Yeltsin, is a huge tennis fan, and in fact, Myskina calls him the grandfather of tennis in Russia because he was such a fan, and he made it become a big sport in their country. He was supposed to be here today. He called both women after they won their semifinal matches and said he was going to try to be here, but now he's written them notes saying he can't make it, wishing them both good luck. But when Myskina won one of her 4 hardcourt titles last year, she won Moscow, and he was in the stands. He ran out on the court and gave her a huge bear hug.
He was also invited by the current president, Vladimir Putin, to his office for congratulations, as Myskina now is 3 games from the championship. We're confident that today's match will not impact the Porsche women's fastest serve
Something tells me this is safe.
There's another Russian, Nadia Petrova, who was a semifinalist here last year.
Yeah, she lost early. Bit of a surprise. She's got such a complete game. Doesn't quite have the head for it yet.
Grotesque second serves.
I don't want to laugh, but because your word was very apt at the moment.
7 double faults.
Look to catch the line. They're going to play a let. It's too bad for Dementieva because Myskina's 4-1 in the net.
Myskina called it good for Dementieva.
Well, it clearly hit the line. You can see it.
Confirmed by HP Hawkeye.
Saved the umpire in the chair the trouble of getting out. Still love 30, though. She now has to hit another second serve. This game, it will actually give her some belief after serving 2 double faults, first 2 points. Get the crowd into this because they're starting to wonder if she can make a match of this at all. Good shot. Could be a saving shot there.
That's what her coach Olga Morozova says of Dementieva. She says she's a great athlete and a great fighter, but why must she get behind to play her best tennis?
She just get her first serve in right now. Don't try to go for anything. Just get it in.
That was called from the chair.
Exactly, called out by Sandra DeJenkin.
she's pulled herself out of trouble. Excellent shots. That ball skidded off the line. Easily could have lost this game. Look at this angle. Myskina, she goes for the winner. This could turn out to be a huge game for her.
So Dementieva stays in the second set.
Okay. How many times have I told you? You accelerate at the apex through the corner.
I was.
Oh.
Live for the curves. Porsche Cayenne. There is no substitute.
When Sylvia Maxwell was single again, she came to me at Coldwell Banker to find a new home. I searched high and low, and when I found one she loved, she made a proposal to buy it. Larry was a single professor who lived next door, until one day, he made a proposal of another kind. Gives a whole new meaning to love thy neighbor.
For almost a century, Coldwell Banker has known that real estate is only part of the story. To find an office near you, visit coldwellbanker.com.
The Coldwell Banker perfect partner. Martina Navratilova, she actually played in the main draw of singles here at Roland Garros with her doubles partner of 2004, the outstanding American Lisa Raymond, in the semifinals yesterday against the Russian team of Svetlana Kuznetsova and Elena Lahovtseva. Navratilova and Raymond lost the first set. Looked like they would force the match to a third, but could not. And the American team bowed out in the semifinals.
Svetlana Kuznetsova and Martina were a very fine team last year. Won a bunch of titles. Martina and Raymond wanting to play doubles at the Olympics this year. So, and they won their first title just the week before the French Open began.
Martina also played mixed here with Leander Paes, and they were out in the second round.
We've got to point out, too, that Lisa Raymond came from 6-0, 5-0. We said last 30-0 down. So
in singles.
In singles in the first round. So these comebacks are possible.
30-15 here for Myskina. The women's doubles championship will be tomorrow. Kuznetsova and Lahovtseva will play the #1 team in the world, Virginia Ruana Pascual and Paula Suarez.
Well, that's why Justine Arden says that she hears more Russian spoken in the locker room now than English. It's become the official language of the locker room. Kuznetsova, I'm assuming, is going to have a very good Wimbledon. We've been speaking of Maria Sharapova, who got herself to the quarters of this championship. Someone who was a qualifier here last year. And Maria Kirilenko. I'm crazy about that young Russian player as well. Who really mixed it up with Serena Williams.
I like this. The mother country. I like that.
It took us a while to figure out what to call this, because when Natasha Zvereva got to the final here in '88, she was from Belarus. It was the Soviet Union back then. Alex Metrovelli, a '73 Wimbledon finalist. That was to Jan Kodish.
Medvedev's from the Ukraine, so we've got to sort of find a way to fit that all into one graphic.
You can't argue with that.
That's not translation. That's not French. I know that.
It must be terrible for her. I mean, the rest of her game is so technically sound.
She reminds me, it's like watching a pitcher walking multiple,
Who was that guy that lost the control? The St. Louis pitcher.
Rick Ankiel, the pitcher.
Yeah.
And the double faults are like walks, they're giveaways. And we saw in her first round, Dementieva 18 double faults. That's 4.5 games. You just start the match giving your opponent 4.5 games.
Exactly. And unfortunately, there's no one warming up in the bullpen.
Right.
Anastasia Myskina. She has come through a very difficult draw against tough opponents, and she has kept the steadier head of all of them. She's doing it again today.
We're going to find out, I think, right now if Dementieva has any of that fight in her that Myskina talks.
Well, she hit the best serve she had the entire match there when she needed a easy point.
Portia's speed of 99 miles an hour.
When she goes for a big first serve, that means if she misses it, if you try to hit hard, you're going to hit more doubles. 9 now. This is to go down 2 breaks. Myskina to serve for the match. Boy.
Of course, this has not been a very long match, and it's about to end as Dementieva looks completely lost, and Anastasia Myskina will serve for the championship.
Your UBS financial advisor can work with nearly 66,000 people in 50 countries. He can work with all the resources of one of the world's largest wealth management firms. But to understand what you need, he will always work right next to you. Could this be the most powerful 2-person financial firm in the world? You and us, UBS.
In the morning, in the evening, ain't we got fun? Not much money, oh but honey, ain't we got fun? Ain't we got fun? So, pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah, the Scene Assist thing's amazing.
Scene Assist, only with Nikon Coolpix digital cameras, starting under $150. Nikon Digital, if the picture matters, the camera matters.
Anastasia Myskina serving for the French Open Championship, and from all indications, it's hers. Dementieva appears nothing more right now than to wish this match over. In fact, Dementieva barely sat in her chair during this last changeover.
She's going to have to hope Myskina just gives her some gifts right now. Well, there's one with the double fault. She's not known for her mental strength. Myskina in the past, particularly against the top players. She shows some resilience here. I'll give her credit. She's had a great run.
She doesn't like playing fellow Russians either, John.
That's why.
Dementieva. Here's Lindsay Davenport lost to Dementieva. Amelie Mauresmo lost to Dementieva. They've got to be sitting home watching this and thinking, what?
Yeah.
Why aren't I out here, you know? And that's not to say anything terrible about Dementieva, except that she's been serving like this the whole championship.
But Davenport is struggling physically still. Wasn't moving good. Mauresmo's the one that's got to be shaking her head.
Yep.
This was her tournament this year. By best chance she would ever had to win this. Myskina's going to tighten up here on this second serve. There's a break point. See? Now all she has to do is break and then offer Myskina some money to keep serving.
30-40.
Right where she wanted to be, and that was about as good a running forehand as you'll see.
40. Malta.
I mean, the crowd wants more tennis, obviously. Wants something good to happen for Dementieva. And certainly respected that shot there for Myskina. And she's got match point.
Mademoiselle Myskina.
Championship point. And now that heart rate that you talked about, the early moments of this match, John, what must it be now?
Second match,
that is out. And the championship belongs to Anastasia Myskina. Jens Gerlach is a genius today. And for Anastasia Myskina, hardly the test she herself, I'm sure, expected today. Just 58 minutes. But don't question her worthiness to stand up with the Coupe Suzanne Lenglen, having beaten Venus Williams, a finalist here, and Jennifer Capriati, a past champion.
That's the thing. She didn't even have to play great tennis, and she's won the title. I mean, it just shows that she's competed better than everyone else here. And it was odd, wasn't it? I mean, I feel badly for her a little bit. Dementieva obviously played extremely unremarkable tennis, so there wasn't even a great celebration for Myskina when she won it, beating her friend. But she's got her first Grand Slam title. Dementieva is going to feel an awful lot of disappointment.
And that's the true embrace of friends there at net. But it is a championship for Anastasia Myskina.
It's tough to be out there by yourself, Ted, when you're out there all alone, when it goes that badly.
We'll return the championship presentation on NBC.
This is Juice.
This is tea.
This is new Juice and Tea from Ocean Spray.
It's the perfect blend of the bold, tart taste of Ocean Spray and the crisp refreshment of iced tea.
New Ocean Spray Juice and Tea. It's uncommonly refreshing.
At Next to Nothing Rent-A-Car, our slogan is, if you want a car for next to nothing, get in line. Do we offer you services that get you to your vacation faster? No. We let you use that time for more important things, like catching up on your reading. After all, who do you think we are, Hertz? Here you go.
Hertz offers both #1 Club Express and Never Lost, so you can reserve faster and get to your vacation faster. It's your trip. Rent wisely.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Hi-ya! Those guts were fast as lightning.
Wherever you're going, you'll feel really good riding with Geico.
Everybody was kung fu.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Shoot it! Shoot it!
The Nikon D70 Digital SLR is here.
Beautiful.
The world's fastest digital SLR in its class.
Did you get it?
I never miss.
Nikon Digital. If the picture matters, the camera matters.
Setting up on court, Philippe Chatrier now for the championship presentation to Anastasia Myskina of Russia. And our Nikon shot of the day comes from the final game, and it was, you pointed out, John, this was perhaps the best point of a match in terms of Myskina hitting some terrific shots.
There's a chance for Dementieva to break serve here. And you saw what she's capable of on this surface. he particularly liked the way the point ended for her. That's the way to win a French Open.
And so Anastasia Myskina had never won more than one round at Roland Garros previously. And in a moment, she will stand up to accept the Coupe Suzanne Lenglen and take a singles championship home to Russia. And it's clearly just a horrendous feeling. You said this, John, during our last commercial break. You know, it's a horrendous feeling because you're by yourself in a moment when you most need someone.
It's such an embarrassing feeling. Nowhere to hide.
And now to summon up composure far beyond your 22 years to walk up and accept this trophy. Jackson, it's Christian Beans, the president of the French Tennis Federation. She will have a chance, I'm sure, to display her fluent French in just a moment. Jackson Richardson, captain of the French Olympic handball team. He'll carry the flag for France in the opening ceremonies in Athens, presenting the Coupe Suzanne Lenglen to Myskina. We've seen the sisters Williams stand together on that podium. We saw the Belgian sisters last year, Justine and Kim. And now these two Russians who've known each other since the age of 6 as the Russian national anthem is played. At a Grand Slam tennis championship, the raising of the winner's country's flag and the playing of the national anthem. A 36 million ruble victory.
First of all, I want to congratulate Elena with the great weeks. And thank you for all crowds who came and support us. Thanks Russian fans and my coach, of course. I mean, I'm a hard person. Sorry for everything. And my friends, everybody, thank you so much.
Je voudrais d'abord féliciter Elena pour sa quinzaine. Je voudrais vous remercier toutes et tous d'être venus. Merci aussi aux supporters russes et puis à mon clan, mon entraîneur. Je ne suis pas une personne facile, une joueuse facile. Merci beaucoup. Elena Dementieva.
Alors, je voudrais féliciter Anastasia. C'est une grande victoire. C'était le rêve de ma vie de gagner Roland Garros. C'est très dommage que j'ai perdu aujourd'hui, mais je voudrais remercier mon entraîneur, elle m'aidait beaucoup. Je voudrais remercier ma mère parce que je suis là grâce à elle.
Dementieva thanking
Bien
her
sûr que je
mother, her
voudrais
coach,
remercier le
talking about what an
public.
honor it was to play here at Roland Garros.
Avec moi. C'est un grand plaisir de jouer avec vous.
A great pleasure to play against Myskina.
Alors, la rêve, c'est toujours la rêve. J'espère de gagner l'année prochaine. Merci.
And finished off by saying that it is her dream to have a chance to play here again next year, and she just, as we've seen in recent years with the Williams sisters and Mary Pierce, you win a lot of fans here quickly when you speak French. Sandra DeJenkin coming down from the chair. Well, this women's tennis in recent years has followed form about as much as any sport you would ever see. And the few breaks from form seem to occur here, and no greater break than what we see. Anastasia Myskina, French Open champion. And immediately you start to think of a name like an Eva Maioli, who was a French Open champion and never was able to replicate that success. And if indeed the top women's players continue to play and regain their health in certain cases, can Myskina use this championship to catapult herself into their league?
Well, I don't think she's at their level, but she's a consistent player. So she's unlike the lady you mentioned, Eva Maioli. She didn't sort of come out of nowhere. She's been hovering around the top 5 to 8 in the world for a couple of years. So she's going to probably remain in that vicinity. But now she's going to be a target for more players. It'll take improvement just to remain there.
One of the reasons that here's the projected rankings. This will be starting tomorrow. Justine Arden still at the top, and Kim Clijsters. Arden had a glandular fever, which weakened her when she came here and lost in the second round. Kim Clijsters couldn't even play with a bad wrist. Anastasia Myskina moves up to a career high number 3, and Dementieva a career high number 6. Lindsay Davenport still has knee issues. Emily Mauresmo certainly had problems playing here.
And the missing name there, once again, Serena Williams out of the top 10 for the first time in almost 5 years.
And I'll tell you, one of the reasons why the Russians, there are so many of them and they're performing so well, is because they are so fit and they prepare so well and they are resolute. I mean, they want it so badly, and it shows, and it's showing. It's beginning to show in the rankings.
Well, there is the newest Grand Slam champion, a first for Russian women, Anastasia Myskina. We'll hear from both players when we return.
When Sylvia Maxwell was single again, she came to me at Coldwell Banker to find a new home. I searched high and low, and when I found one she loved, she made a proposal to buy it. Larry was a single professor who lived next door. Until one day, he made a proposal of another kind. Gives a whole new meaning to love thy neighbor.
For almost a century, Coldwell Banker has known that real estate is only part of the story. To find an office near you, visit coldwellbanker.com.
The traveler in the dark thanks you for your tiny spark. How could he see where to go if you did not twinkle so? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you
BNP Paribas, sponsoring tennis, every kind of tennis.
see eye to eye on luxury, the Lincoln Town Car. Travel well.
In Paris, time to hear from the runner-up, Elena Dementieva. Let's go to Bud Collins.
Thank you, Ted. Elena, it was a tough day for you, but you know the vast majority of people in your profession never reach a major final like this. So congratulations. Очень хорошо. How painful was the serving?
Thank you, but I think it was a great result to be in the final, but definitely I feel very disappointed by the way I played today. You know, I couldn't, you know, just be calm on the court. It was too exciting for me. First time I was playing the final in my life, and I hope the next final will be much better.
Did nerves get you?
Yeah, I mean, it was the dream of my life. You know, I couldn't wait, you know, till to come on the court and, you know, to play my first final. And unfortunately, I couldn't play my game today.
Why was that? Was it nerves? Was it the occasion? Was it your opponent?
I think I was too nervous today, and I couldn't really play my game, and you know, just a bad day for me.
Are you happy for your friend?
Yes, of course. I mean, she's a great player, and she deserved to win today.
Well, you both brought honor to Russia for this historic occasion. Spasiba, udache.
Thank you.
Ted?
Well, very gracious words from Elena Dementieva, trying to mask her disappointment, obviously, but sharing joy for her friend. And as Bud mentioned, and so eloquently, it really is a great day for Russia. And a day that we should not be surprised for. A day that's been in the works for some time. And unlike the Belgians, which are just two, there are so many Russians, we can hardly expect this won't be the last day we'll see this. As we go down now to listen to the champion with Bud Collins.
Champion, you waited a long time for this day. Is it believable?
No, not really. I can't believe still. You know, I'm really, really emotional right now, but it's, you know, I'm really happy for sure.
You're happy? You got 10 points on double faults. Does that pain you to see your friend do that, or?
You know, we've been working really hard, and I knew the serve that was not the best part of Elena game, and I took advantage of that. And it's a game, you know. Of course, I'm sad that, I mean, maybe that was not really a perfect game for the crowd, but I mean, I did my best today, and I'm really happy.
Does it take you back to the Spartak club where you both began as little kids?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was one of the game. I mean, it's just a game. I hope we're still friends, and I mean, it's nothing changed. It's going to be another French Open, and I hope she's going to win.
You told me you played smart, which you did against Jennifer Capriati. How would you rate your play today?
Oh, today I played perfectly. I did what I wanted. I knew that I have to mix it up a lot. I know that she loves to play fast tennis, and I know that I have to be calm, you know, and take a pass off. And I did really great today.
You did, and the last time I talked to you, you were having your dinner. It was an apple. You were so nervous playing Capriati, you couldn't eat all day. Have you had a decent meal?
Yeah, today I ate some hamburgers, so it was a good one.
You used to play as kids for pizza. Would you call this the biggest pizza of all?
Oh, definitely. That's the biggest one.
It's the biggest one. Here she is, the face of a champion. Spasiba udache.
Thank you very much.
Well, her pregame may have been hamburger. I have a feeling the celebratory dinner will be something a touch nicer. And well-deserved. A champion for Russia, Anastasia Myskina, the ladies' champion at the French Open. We hope you'll stay with us. We've got more from Roland Garros to come. We'll take a look back at yesterday's men's semifinal action when we continue from Paris on NBC.